Hi Gemini, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your February 2024 tarot reading. Thank you to those of you who've liked, viewed, shared, and subscribed to the channel. I appreciate all of that. If you're new to the channel, as far as what we have in front of us, the Celtic spread as always, and I will pull the Four Agreements and Wisdom and Oracle card for you guys. We're actually going to start the reading off by rolling those astrology dice we have in front of us to get an idea of where your focus should be as far as that goes. Alright, we have the moon. So at the time of recording this, we haven't had that full moon in Leo just yet, but that's actually going to be making a square aspect with Jupiter. And then when we're physically in the month of February, we're actually going to have a new moon in Aquarius, which is actually going to be making a square aspect with Uranus, which is going to be pretty intense. And then toward the end of the month, we'll actually have a full moon in the sign of Virgo. So for you guys, that would be your fourth house. Not going to be as noisy there, but yeah, those first two lunar cycles we mentioned are going to be pretty significant. So be on the lookout for those. And let's see what else we got. Okay, we have 6. And 6th house energy for you guys is Scorpio. Astrologically speaking, that area of the sky is pretty quiet right now, but 6th house in general could point to your work, daily routines, and health. And we have Libra. We do have the South Node there. Other than that, pretty quiet astrologically there as well. And then as far as Libra energy for you guys, that represents your 5th house, romance, creativity, and children. All right, so we'll fold out of the way. We'll get started with the main spread. In the main situation position, we have the 2 of Cups. And challenging that, we have the Queen of Wands. So really what I'm getting from this could just be saying that you might be entering into a new partnership this month where you just feel like you have a really good meeting of the minds with someone. Now, of course, with the Cups energy, we tend to think of love connections first, but this could definitely be a friendship as well, or even more of a economic type of connection as far as given the fact that Cancer energy for you guys is your 2nd house of finances. So could be pointing to any of those things. But yeah, with this Queen of Wands energy challenging that, I feel like this might be a friend within your circle that might be a bit of a naysayer around the situation, you know, where everything seems to be on the up and up here. This person might come through with some, even if they're meaning well by it, I feel like they would just come by with, oh, well, what about this? What about that? You know, trying to sell a lot of doubt into the situation. All right, in the foundation position, we have the 4 of Swords. So this is Libra energy here, which we also saw come up in your dice. And to me, this says that you might have gone through a healing period, right? Maybe you withdrew from more of a public role for a while, right? Maybe because there was a disappointment around a creative project for yours in the past or a romantic connection. But either way, looks like you took the time away to go through whatever healing was needed around that situation. Okay, in the past situation, we had the Ace of Cups. So yeah, this could be an opportunity for some of you that might have actually been around in the past. And maybe, for example, if you were going through a healing cycle at that time, you might have missed the opportunity in the past, and now it could just be resurfacing. But if not that, either way, it could just be saying that these new opportunities were trying to make their way to you in the past. And again, like I said, maybe even if it wasn't you consciously seeing the situation in front of you and bypassing it, could just be saying that maybe karmically the timing wasn't right because you were going through that previous situation. All right, in the present position, we have the Page of Cups. So yeah, so usually the pages in the upright represent sincerity, but there could also be a little bit of a lack of experience, a lack of confidence. So if someone does come toward you this month, let's say maybe they're not going to come across as clearly as they would like, right? So just one way of looking at it. So for example, if there is a 2 of Cups situation at play, maybe when the person first comes along, their energy might seem a little clunky, right? But I feel like this is saying that you will get over it pretty quickly and realize that, okay, there's a lot of common ground there. Okay, in the near future position, we have the 10 of Cups. So this is actually Pisces energy here. So for some of you, this could just be pointing to maybe saying you'd be feeling this energy as we get into early March. But if not that, it could just be saying that this is the potential that lies within the situation, right? To go from that 2 of Cups to the 10 of Cups which is obviously a positive. All right, in your position, in the position of your influence on the situation, we have the Hangman. So yeah, so this is usually for me a Pisces energy as well. So it could just be saying that, yeah, like I said, maybe for some of you, you were still going through that Four of Swords energy, and for some of you in that regard, it could just be saying the Queen of Wands energy might be a part within you that's trying to protect yourself, right? Because you feel like, oh, been there, done that, right? I thought the situation in the past was great too, and look where it landed me, right? So for some of you, you could just be trying to remove your self doubt around the situation. Okay, in the environment position, we have the Queen of Cups. So yeah, if this is the same energy as the Queen of Wands, which is certainly a possibility, could just be pointing to why this person might be getting in the way, right? Could just be saying that maybe they harbor their own feelings toward you. So if this is a romantic situation, especially, right, could just be one of those things where they might try to plant seeds in your head about, oh, maybe this person isn't right for you, right? Maybe the timing isn't right. Like, oh, remember how it went last time, things along those lines, because they're really harboring feelings for you, but they're just not comfortable enough to come out and speak them, right? So that could be one of those things where they might try to sabotage the situation you have going now with the hopes that, oh, maybe they'll be around and available for me, right? Maybe if I warn them of these dangers, right, then they'll put more trust and faith in me, right? Now, I do have to say that sounds pretty manipulative, right? But again, I feel like they really don't mean harm by it. It's just that I feel like they're operating from their subconscious there, where they're not even aware that that's what they're doing. And I do have to say another way this could play out too could just be saying that if this is the energy of the person who does represent the offer to you, right? Maybe their offer seems a little clunky. It could just be saying that their feelings might be a lot deeper than they're showing on the surface initially, but it could just be that they might struggle with expressing them. All right, in the hopes or fears position, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So yeah, this is probably hope for some of you, and maybe it's just again around something that you felt like has taken a really long time, right? You might have felt like it was a long time coming for that to come your way. So again, like I said, whether it's some kind of romantic offer, some kind of business partnership, creative venture, whatever the case may be, it looks like something that you've been hoping for quite some time. But again, like I said, for multiple reasons, maybe the timing just wasn't right in the past. All right, and in the outcome position, we have the Hierophant. So this is actually Taurus energy here, and for you guys, that's your 12th house. So this could just be saying when all else fails, just rely on your intuition, right? Just have faith that, okay, even if you do feel these little seeds of doubt this month, you're being called to trust in higher power around the situation and trust that, even if there is someone who doesn't necessarily have your best intentions at heart, that would be taken care of without you having to directly do so. And as far as energetically speaking, you might feel this energy come up to the surface the most when we have that new moon in Aquarius that I mentioned, since it will be making a square aspect with Uranus in the sign of Taurus. All right, and bottom of the deck, we have the Seven of Cups. So yeah, this could just be one of those things where you just might have a lot on your plate, right? So that could be part of why you might have a little bit of a seed of doubt as well, where you're like, okay, there's just so much going on right now that, yeah, this thing coming my way might seem great, but you do have the room to really take it all in and figure out what's really going on, right? But if that's the case, Ace of Swords energy, again, I feel like the more I'm seeing this, I feel like this is saying that you might feel that energy a little bit more strongly until we pass that new moon in Aquarius. Then by then you have a lot more clarity, which kind of makes sense. I mean, when we start the month of February, there's going to be a lot of energy in Earth signs. Mercury, Venus, Mars, and Capricorn. Jupiter and Uranus and Taurus, right? So tons of Earth energy in February early on, so it just might feel a little bit sluggish. Then as we start to gain momentum, that new moon happens, we have more energy starting to enter into air signs. That'll help, so be on the lookout for that. All right, moving on to your Four Agreements card, we have don't take anything personally. Let's see if we get that to focus better. It's not cooperating right now. There we go. And it says become immune to poison. So let's see what it has to say. Right. It says the whole world can gossip about you, and if you don't take it personally, you are immune. Immunity to poison in the middle of hell is the gift of the second agreement. So that really sounds like a pretty intense message there, right? But I feel like overall that's positive, just pointing to more or less like we were saying that, even if there is someone who tries to sow doubt around the situation, I feel like you can trust that it really is for your highest good this month. Or again, like I said, even if there is something coming your way that isn't in your highest good, just trust that spiritually that'll be removed and handled in a way where you don't have to directly worry about it. Okay, for the Wisdom of the Oracle, we have co-create. There's the artwork, and the number is 40. Okay, essential meanings says creativity, art, inspiration, fruition, manifestation. The Oracle's message: you may not consider yourself a creative person, but in fact you are creating your reality every moment of every day via your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, intentions, and actions. Yet you must consider that you do so in partnership with spirit, consciousness, God, or whatever name you call your higher power. You are a spark of this intelligence that works through you, nudging you with inspired thought and intuitive guidance. You are a paintbrush that co-creates a beautiful, unique expression of your own individuality, blended with universal spirit. You are a product of divine inspiration, and now you're aligned with it to create miracles. When you view your life as art and know you co-create it, only beauty and grace will result. Prepare to be amazed. So yeah, definitely a positive message there. Especially, like I said, for some of you, given that we did see the Libra 5th house energy come out, for some of you, this could even point to creativity. Those cups energy sometimes can point to more of a creativity thing versus directly related to love. And like I said, for some of you, could even have financial twist to it as well. The relationship message says connections in the heart serve to inspire you, opening you up to new ideas you never would have come to on your own. You are looking in a mirror held up by this experience and seeing yourself in an unexpected way. Who is this extraordinary being looking back at you? You are going to be so happy that you kept your heart open. Your love is a unique work of art now, the very embodiment of beauty. So again, definitely a very positive message there, especially because if you think about that Two of Cups energy, there is a bit of a feel of mirroring just in the artwork there. Okay, the prosperity message says flashes of inspiration give rise to great success when you receive this message. You are at your most creative now, and whatever you apply yourself to will lead to the fruition of your dreams. Remember that all your ideas are channeled from a higher source. You create your reality in partnership with spirit. The potential for manifestation is unlimited now. Revel in its vastness. So yeah, that message I said, remember all your ideas are channeled from a higher source, reminded me of the Hierophant energy there. So again, like I said, if this is around a creative project, let's say, right, and you're feeling a little bit hesitant to share it, right? Maybe like, I don't know, maybe this is a little bit too out there, right? I feel like this is encouraging you to say, hey, these things are filtering through you for a reason, and you can trust that when you do put them out there, they will reach the right audience. So, hope whatever is anything for you guys, we'll wrap up there, and we'll see you all next month, right? Bye.